Hi guys, what was противостояние from the previous lesson? You see, I can just look at the screen, please. Противостоянию, политическому противостоянию. Do you remember? So противостояние was encounter or conflict. That's противостояние. Comes from стоять. Противо, like in front of. So basically it means conflict or encounter. Let's have another advanced Russian lesson on the subject. Please open your learning materials. Как появился Израиль и почему именно поэтому там постоянные войны. How Israel appeared and why exactly because of that there are permanent wars there. If you do not have it printed, please open the link below this video. You will have it on your screen. But I really advise that you print it as soon as possible if you want to remain here, because those lessons are based on the fact that you have it printed and you can underline things and stuff like that. Now, I'm going to remind you what we have learned. После Второй мировой войны и Холокоста в Европе множество уцелевших в концлагерях евреев, десятки тысяч людей, хлынуло в те самые ешувы, в которых уже жили сотни тысяч евреев, что дало начало уже политическому противостоянию. So that was our last sentence, actually, the last time. I'm just going to translate that, since we analyzed that already. So after the Second World War and the Holocaust in Europe, a lot of surviving in the concentration camps Jews, tens of thousands of people, хлынула, do you remember хлынула? Хлынула, хлынуть means to pour. So poured to the exactly same yeshuvah, like settlements, in which already lived around 100,000 of Jews. Что дало начало? Do you remember? Что дало начало? Which gave the beginning, but actually which caused. Already political encounter. So that's where we stopped the last time. The encounter meaning between the British, you remember? Подмандатная Palestina. You remember? Подмандатная, which means a mandate Palestine. And the Jews who came to Palestine. So now look how it works next. Британцы объявили эту иммиграцию нелегальной, но поделать с этим ничего не смогли. Ешув расширялся и разрастался. So Yeshuv means settlements, meaning Jewish settlement in Palestine. So британцы, the British, объявили means announced or declared. Basically it means to declare. So объявили, and new people, please notice. So what you have to do is to print out those materials, underline the words that you don't know, and write above that the meaning. So объявили means declared. Therefore, британцы объявили эту иммиграцию нелегальной would be the British declared that immigration illegal, нелегальной, illegal. Но поделать с этим ничего не смогли. So if we translate that literally, no means bad. Поделать it's like делать, do, but do, с этим, with that, ничего, nothing, не смогли, couldn't. So, but to do with that, nothing couldn't. In the proper English that would be, but they could do nothing about it. But look how it works in Russian. Но поделать like делать, to do. С этим, with that, nothing, не смогли, couldn't. Ешув расширялся и разрастался. So Yeshuv means like Jewish settlement in Palestine. Расширялся means widened. It comes from широкий, ширина, like all these roots of widening. Разрастался means grew, because it's, you might know the word расти. Дерево растет, right? Like the tree is growing. So разрастался would be like grew. Basically it means grew wider. Разрастался. You can underline and write grew wider. So расширялся. Расширялся like also grew wider. And разрастался basically grew bigger, you might say. Yeah, just in order to distinguish between those two. But these are very similar. расширялся и разрастался. Now again, британцы объявили эту иммиграцию нелегальной, но поделать с этим ничего не смогли. Ешув расширялся и разрастался. So the British announced that immigration, or declared that immigration illegal, but could do nothing about it. So Yishuv, the settlement, got wider and bigger. Next. Несмотря на то, что вновь прибывшие евреи жили в бараках и работали почти на целине, появлялись новые города, такие как Тель-Авив, например. So let's go over it. Несмотря на то, что, it's an expression meaning despite the fact that. Despite the fact that. Вновь прибывшие. Прибывшие means arriving, comes from прибывать, to arrive. Вновь means like newly. Yeah? So that's вновь, newly. So вновь прибывшие евреи would be newly arrived Jews. So, несмотря на то, что вновь прибывшие евреи, despite the fact that newly arrived Jews жили в бараках, lived in. Now, бараках, бараки, that's barracks. So they lived in barracks. И работали почти на целине. And worked. What is почти? Almost. На целине. So целина, I have this one I have to look in the dictionary because целина, it's a kind of land like land that hasn't been cultivated, where you do not find lots of things growing. But let's see if in English they have a specific term for that. Yeah, the dictionary translates that as virgin lands, virgin soil. So let's take virgin lands. So, and they worked almost on virgin lands, на целине, yeah. So despite that fact, появлялись новые города. So появлялись, what was появлялись? Quiz for you. Появлялись means appeared. Appeared new cities. Такие как means such as Tel Aviv, for example. By the way, here there is historical incoherence because Tel Aviv was established in 1911. So it hasn't been established after the war. So it's this. So here there is kind of historical mispresentation. So, but anyway, that's what's written here. So again, несмотря на то, что вновь прибывшие евреи жили в бараках и работали почти на целине, появлялись новые города, такие как Тель-Авив, например. So despite the fact that newly arrived Jews lived in barracks and worked almost on virgin lands, appeared new cities such as Tel Aviv, for example. And then we have several maps. We have территория до 1946 года, like до means before, the territory before 1946. Раздел Палестины в 1947 году. Раздел means division. The division of Palestine. Раздел, so just. Раздел means, it comes from delete. Delete means to divide, right? So раздел means division. Division of Palestine in 1947. And so when you have GG, it means years. It comes from God, but GG because that's years. Plural. And then 2000 год, which is the year 2000. Now, but it says here, just look at that map. It says here the following, in these small letters. Эта карта, которая в последние дни разошлась по миру, на самом деле перевирает и искажает некоторые факты. Об этом я напишу отдельную статью. So, разошлась по миру means spread in the world, because разошлась means spread. And Pamiru means in the world, or like across the world. Na samam dele is an expression meaning in reality. Перевирает, it comes from the same root as vrat, which means to lie. So перевирает basically means falsifies. Перевирать means to falsify. So it falsifies. Искажает comes from искажать, meaning to distort. So falsifies and distorts, meaning the map, yeah? Карта. Некоторые факты, некоторые means certain. Некоторые факты, certain facts. Об этом я напишу отдельную статью. About that I will write. Напишу, that's future, first person. I will write. Отдельную. Отдельный means separate. And статью comes from статья, which is an article. So, об этом я напишу отдельную статью means about that I will write a separate article. So now please see how it all works together. Эта карта, которая в последние дни разошлась по миру, на самом деле перевирает и искажает некоторые факты. Об этом я напишу отдельную статью. This map, which в последние дни, в последние дни here means in recent days. Последний means last, but it's not in last days, it's in recent days. So this map, which in recent days разошлась по миру, like spread in the world, на самом деле перевирает и искажает, so in reality falsifies and distorts некоторые факты, certain facts. Об этом я напишу отдельную статью. About that I will write a separate article. Okay guys, I have to finish. I have quite a busy day today with my students. I'm starting my lessons soon. And by the way, if you want a Russian lesson, very high quality, with the program, with the strategy that is matching to your needs, you are welcome to contact me because I have lots of experience. We can meet for free on Zoom. First meeting is free, no obligation on your part. We'll see what your Russian goals are, and we'll match the exact tools that are going to help you advance really, really fast. But for now, I'm sorry for the short lesson, but hopefully next time it's going to be longer. So thank you so much, guys, and take care. Bye-bye.